First off, let me say a praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of James and all your brothers on the highways and the byways doing the work of the Most High in sincerity and in truth. We want to shalom. Alright, the hot topic currently is the police brutality of George Floyd. But I'm going to just give my 2 cents on this topic because the main focus of this topic for me is never trust thine enemy. Yeah? Right, this is for you. This is not for George Floyd, because George Floyd is just an example to us Negroes, Latinos, Mexicans, and Native Americans, you Israelites out there that is looking on, to never trust thine enemy. And who is thine enemy? If we are Jacob, our enemy is Esau. Yeah? So never trust Esau. No matter what you're doing in this life, never trust Esau, because guess what? Esau swear. Say I'm gonna kill Jacob, yeah? Esau swear, say I'm gonna kill Jacob. Right? And believe it or not, racism can never stop. Because of that, racism can never stop it. I for one don't see any problem with racism, because being racist mean you're for your own nation. I am for my own nation. I am for Israel, because Israel is my nation. I'm not for nobody else, because I don't like any other nation different from my own people. Right? So our people looking on who is buddy and all friend with these Edomites, hey, you have another thing coming here. Just like in Hurricane Katrina, when the hurricane go over there in New Orleans, right? Hey, you have niggas I try get out and was shot at by the neighbors, which is a so-called white man, which is you Edomites. Hey, and the nigga said, look, they have been friends with these people, but in time of distress, these people want to kill him. Yeah? So these people will never be a friend. No matter what you do, they will never be a friend. They will never, in time of distress, everybody is going to draw to their own. Right? But our people, because we are so caught up in this Stockholm syndrome, because we are so caught up in this light color, these cracker, we forgot who the enemy is here. We don't know the enemy. Right? We don't know the enemy. We're talking about Black Lives Matter, justice for George Floyd. Hey, there ain't gonna be no justice in this kingdom yet. This is the reason why we need to get back to our laws, commandments, and statutes, and turn to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to get delivered out of here. Right? Let me just jump to a scripture real quick. This is Micah chapter 2 verse 10. It said, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Hey, this place is not our rest yet. Right now we are praying and we are begging the Most High every day to bring the kingdom. We are just sick and tired of this wicked and unjust system, because these police that murdered George Floyd, they might get with a slap on the wrist, yeah? Right? And within their nation, they're going to be looked at like heroes, just like in the time of slavery, when they used to picnic us, hang us, feed us to alligator bait. Hey, this is nothing compared to that time, yeah? Right? Within their nation, within their race of people, these officers, they're going to look at like heroes. This is where our people need to draw to our people and stop killing off, shooting, and killing our own. Right? We need to come out of that nigger mentality. Right? and know the enemy. Right? Let me go to Second Ezra's 15. Hold up. Second Ezra's 15 and verse 4, because hey, there's going to be a race war. The race war is brewing. Right? Because I see them taking the streets of LA now. Hey, this is going to get worse and worse. Yeah? The scripture said in Genesis 49, so Judah is a lion whelp, who shall rouse him up? Hey, when Judah kick off in America, yeah, hey, trust me, it is going to be a terrible place. Right? Because these crackers, they are trying to wake up Jake. They're doing the most trying to wake up Jake. Right? But when Jake really rose up, hey, it's not going to be anything pretty. Right? You're poking the lion with a stick. The lion is going to wake one at a time. Alright, the scripture is 2 Ezra 15 verse 14. It's a woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another with swords in their hand. Right? Because there's going to be that with one people shall fight against another, every nation is going to draw to themselves in time of distress. Yeah? Right? So there's going to be a great race war in America. It is not going to be anything pretty for those who live in America. Right? There's a race war brewing. Right? Hey, trust me, man. America is not the place you want to live or be at any time. Because at any time a race war can kick off. Yeah? Right? But we're going to go into a race war. Right? You have to know who the enemy is. You have to know who your people is. Right? Because our people, hey, every nation on the face of the earth know their enemy and know their own people, except our people, yeah? Except you Negroes, you blacks, you Latinos, right? You people from the Caribbean. And you don't know your enemy. You South American, right? You don't know your enemy. Let us go into the scripture and hear who the scripture say the enemy. Let's find out who's the enemy. Alright, this is Psalms 83 verse 1. The song of Psalms of Asaph. It said, keep not thou silent, O God, hold not thy peace. Be not still, O God, for lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. Right? So we're going to go into the enemies. It said, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thine inner ones. They have said, come, let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Hey, that is the reason why there are all these other nations coming together to try to get us out here. From the time of slavery up until now. Yeah, you're seeing what is happening. You see what is happening down in China right now. You see what is happening down in China right now to the Jakes down in China. Yeah, Moab is going hard down there, yeah. Right? It said, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thine inner ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee. The tabernacles of Edom. Now these are the enemies of our people. Right? The tabernacles of Edom. Hey, tabernacle mean house, yeah? The dwelling of Edom. Who are the Edomites today? You so-called white people. You are descendants of Esau. And the Ishmaelites are who? The Arabs. of Moab. Who are the Moabites? The Moabites are the people down there in China. And the Agarenes, that is a city in Africa, yeah. Jibal and Ammon. Ammon are the Japanese, yeah. And Amalek is the Jewish, those so-called Jews down in the land right now. They are the Amalekites, right? The Amalekites down there right now, they are Esau eldest son, yeah. This is Esau's grandson, Amalek, right? The Philistines, same Africans. That because we and the Africans are not the same people. We may well have the same complexion, but we are different race of people. The so-called Africans, they are descendants of Ham. We are descendants of Shem. Right? With the inhabitants of Tyre is a city in Africa. Ashur also is joined with them. They have opened the children of Lot, Selah. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeb, yea, all their princes as Zeba and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the house of God in possession. That's what they want to do here. Who's the house of God? Israel. That's where the Most High dwell. Right? So you have to know your enemy. You have to know these people and know, hey, look, these people don't like you. These people don't like you, yeah? So the scripture says, look, never trust your enemy, yeah? So you have to know your enemy and know where you stand in the days to come. Right? Look, a black man and a white man, they can never be friends. Oil and water cannot mix. Right? Righteousness and unrighteousness, they can't go together at no point in time. So you have to know your enemy. Right? And your enemy mainly is these so-called Edomites, the so-called white people. Right? Who have their foot in your neck from the time of the transatlantic slave trade up until now. Right? And you have to know that this man, from the time of Esau and Jacob, the father of these Edomites, him swear to himself, says he's going to, let me go get that scripture here. But because you people turn from the Lord, hey, you miss out on a whole lot of things, yeah? Right? Things are happening on the earth and you think it's just out of the blues, just coincident. No. You need to go back into your history. Right? This is Esau after he realized that Jacob had supplanted him and take his birthright and his blessing. Right? And Esau, this is Genesis 27 verse 41. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand, meaning his father soon dead. And then will I slay my brother Jacob. So as his father dead, him more slay Jacob. That's why him swearing him heart here. Right, so this man swearing him heart to slay our people. So hey, the inner them spirit you can never get. It no matter how you and a white man a friend, yeah. The inner them spirit for try to kill you. The inner them spirit for try to see you get hurt in any way, shape or form. Esau will never love Jacob, yeah. You people need to know that. Right? You people need to know that. Because this thing know about George Floyd and all this marching and Black Lives Matter, this just for a matter of time, and then you people all gone and be body and all love and joy with the so-called white man. Hey, the so-called, it no matter how, hey, these men are the perfect hypocrite, yeah? They when them come Jamaica, they will look at us and smile and wave and get the sweetest and the prettiest smile, like them are the nicest and sweetest person in the world. Hey, bullshit, yeah? The scripture says, never trust thine enemy. Never trust thine enemy. Look what happened to the Mayans, eh? Signed peace treaty and what? Kill almost kill a portion of them, almost kill off the entire nation of the Mayans, eh? Look at the North American Indians. I think over 90 million of them was slaughtered, yeah? They signed peace treaty with them and then put anthrax in them blanket, yeah? The scripture says never trust thine enemies. Right, look what happened to the Maroons. Them did the same peace treaty and then them try to overrun them, yeah? Right, so you have to always bear that in mind. These people will never like you. They're always going to be racist. They're always going to look out for their own nation of people. So we need to start do that now. Look out for our own nation of people and stop growing in these hoods and killing our people. Where I get from that? Right? Right? Time for us to turn back to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai. Right? For want to beg him for deliverance, baby, because that's the only way we're gonna get saved out of this here. If the Most High deliver we out of this, well, no flesh not gonna save. Because them not gonna stop until them wipe out all Israel. Even though that is impossible. But the sooner we're out of this wicked and unjust system, it's better for our people, yeah? We can gain the kingdom and a rule and a reign in righteousness. That is what we need to aim for. That is what we need to look for as a nation of people. Right? Leave America, man. Hey, the scripture says, come out and depart, for it's not your rest. Hey, you have to come out. One way or another, either by the will of the Most High get delivered in a chariot, or those nuclear bombs is going to take you out here. So with that, I say I'll praise again to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai Bashim Kodash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS and all you brothers in the highways and the byways doing the work of the Most High in sincerity and in truth. All you sisters out there, Shalom.